have.
Question number 12, the Honourable Tim Macindoe.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and Merry Christmas to you and to all members. My question is to the Minister for ACC. Will 65% of vehicle owners pay more to register their cars next year, including for some a 150% increase in the ACC levy due to his decision to dump the vehicle risk rating program?
The Honourable Iain Lees-Galloway.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for his festive greetings, and I return them. Unfortunately, the member is incorrect. The vehicle risk rating program is not being dumped.
Why then did the Minister answer questions in the House last Thursday indicating that it was being abandoned?
I did no such thing.
Who in the motor vehicle industry expert group, with whom he said he met during the levy consultation period, expressly recommended or supported scrapping the vehicle risk rating program?
None of them.
Completely the opposite.
Member has 3 more if he wishes.
If the Minister did not indicate in the House last Thursday that the vehicle risk rating program was being scrapped, and that was not the meaning of the public releases that have gone out in his name and from his officials, what was being abandoned, and why will so many New Zealanders now face higher motor vehicle registration costs?
Mr Speaker, the member's onto it now. The vehicle risk rating program is not being dumped. Instead, the information that it generates is going to be used in a much more effective manner by making that information available to people at the time they purchase their vehicle. It will no longer be applied to ACC motor vehicle levies.
Why will it no longer be applied to ACC motor vehicle levies in view of the fact that the NZTA is currently running a program encouraging New Zealanders to invest in safer cars, and that is clearly in the best interests of ensuring a safer national vehicle fleet?
Because there is absolutely no evidence that it encourages people to invest in safer cars.
Will different ACC levies continue to apply based on the safety ratings of vehicles?
No.
The member still has 2 more.
Goodness me.
Order. Look, some of us want to get home this year. And if members on my immediate right keep it up, we won't.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My Christmases have come at once. To the Minister, how many New Zealanders face an increase in the cost of registering their vehicles next year because of changes in the ACC levy system?
Mr Speaker, 43% of levy payers will face an increase of $28.04 per annum. 25% of levy payers will face an increase of $8.82. 15% of levy payers will have a reduction of $7.49, and 17% of levy payers will have a reduction of $34.63.
Has the Minister spoken to the Associate Minister of Transport about the clear contradiction in messages being sent by the answers that he's just given and the road safety program for which she is responsible, with the tagline, "The safer the car, the safer they are"? And if so, did she support his decision?
Mr Speaker, there is absolutely no contradiction. The safer the car, the safer they are, and that's why we're using the vehicle risk rating program to provide information at the time they purchase those vehicles. Merry Christmas.
The Right Honourable...
Just to get this clear, is it a fact that the numbers who are going to be paying a reduced levy and those who are going to be paying a much limited rise in the levy are far greater than those who are paying a significant increase in the levy?
Mr Speaker, across the motor vehicle levy, there is actually no change. Some people will pay more, some people will pay less. It's a much fairer system, and that's what we're creating.
Why does the Minister consider that it sends a good message to New Zealanders who are being encouraged to invest in safer cars that if they do so, they will now pay more in the motor vehicle registration fee?
If the member is seriously saying that people will pay tens of thousands of dollars more to purchase a safer vehicle in order to save $28 on their motor vehicle registration every year, then the member has lost the plot.
Ignoring the gratuitous flick, Mr Speaker, does the Minister accept the fact that many people own more than one vehicle and therefore the charges they will face if they own late model, high safety rated vehicles are a significant increase? And I ask him again, what message does he seriously think that that is sending to New Zealanders?
The message that it sends to New Zealanders is that we're going to provide useful information that they can actually use at the time they purchase their vehicle, so help them make an informed choice so that they do buy a safer car for themselves and for their family. And I can say for those who are on lower incomes who own multiple older vehicles, then they are going to face an even bigger reduction in their levy.
That concludes the oral questions. We now come to Government Order of the Day number 1.
New Zealand Māori Arts and Crafts